Hello, clinic heroes, my fellow clinic managers. This is Jules coming to you live from Kapolei, Hawaii. And tomorrow is Monday, and I was just thinking about the various personalities, different age group that we have in our office. And I got to thinking, reminiscing about a time when I was walking into the office. And the air is buzzing with activities. You hear the hum from the fluorescent light upstairs. And as I make down my way down the hallway, and immediately I hear a familiar frantic sound from one of our nurses saying, "Oh my God, the copy machine is jammed again." It's Sarah. The sky is falling, barreling down towards me like a hurricane in Scrubs. "Did you hear?" she gasped, wide-eyed, as if she's just uncovered something life-altering secret. "The printer jammed. That means we can't fax, we can't scan, we can't print." Can you imagine? He said, "We're doomed." Anyway, so I assure her that it's just a jam probably, and maybe you just need to put some paper in it. I'll look into it. But I already hear her going down the hallway, spreading the news like it's headline news. As I continue down the hallway, there's this, I hit a spot where Barbara's the hallway socialite we call her, usually leaning against the doorframe of the exam room, chatting up a storm with a patient about the weekend. And she watches her watch as if it's just for show, because she says, "I'm so swamped today. There's just so much to do." But he effortlessly glides into the next conversation. And as I step away, I notice there's Johnny, the busy buddy, marching down with purpose with his clipboard on his hand and eyes straight forward. He's got one-track mind after task, no time for small talk. And if you dare to stop him for a small chat, he'll give you the look. And you know the one. He says, "If you got time to lean, you got time to clean." So that's one of our employees. Just as I turn the corner, I get a glimpse of Beth, the wannabe boss, hovering over coworker's desk, offering unsolicited advice and how to organize the supply closet so we can streamline things. "We'll never get anything done if everything is a mess," she declares, obviously to the growing stack of her own unfinished work. In the next break room, there's Diane, the martyr, always settled with her lunch, except it's not lunch break yet. "I'll probably be here late again," she tells me. She says with a weary smile, and she stirs her coffee, clearly preparing for another round of overextending herself, saying, "But someone's gotta do it, right? So I will." Finally, I pass by Mike, the lone wolf, intensely focused on his screen, typing away, headphones in, clearly not open for interruptions. You know better than to suggest a different approach on his work. Mike's got it his way, and that is the only way. So I finally reach my desk, take a deep breath. Leading this team is like orchestrating a symphony where each musician insists on playing their own tune. But somehow, amidst the chaos, there's a harmony waiting to be found. And with the right strategy, you know where you can turn this diverse mix of personalities into a well-oiled machine. So I take another sip of coffee, sit down at my desk, and smile. Another day, another opportunity to bring out the best in my team. Time to get to work. So now, if you have a team like this, you might be thinking, how in the world am I going to move them in the right direction without causing any mutiny? Here are 3 surefire ways to keep the peace, keep them engaged, and keep the sanity intact. Insight number 1, play their strength. What if I told you the sky is falling friend is actually a secret weapon in a crisis? Every personality on our team has a hidden superpower. The trick is to tap into it. That person who panics at the first sight of trouble, Imagine harnessing that energy as your early warning. They might just they might just save the day when things actually start going south. It's all about seeing potential in the quirks and in channeling it into something more productive. Insight number 2: fostering cross generational mentorship. And this is about partnering the newbie or young person with the one that is a more seasoned employee. And when you bring together this different age group, magic happens. Well, at least in our office, magic happens. Picture this: the hallway socialite, learning the art of focus from the busybody, while the lone wolf picks up a bit of contagious enthusiasm from the sky is falling friend. It's a dance of strengths that not only bridges generational gaps, but also creates a more dynamic and united team. And finally, this is the number one secret weapon we have in our office. Well, for me at least. Celebrate the small wins. Yes, celebrate. Ever notice how the smallest gestures can create the biggest shifts? Imagine the impact of taking a moment to celebrate your team's victories, no matter how small. A shared coffee break, a simple shout out in a meeting. These small wins build culture where everyone feels valued. So the martyr who always feels like they're carrying the weight alone suddenly feels seen and appreciated. And the wannabe boss, they might just channel all that energy into lifting the team rather than steering them, of course. It's about creating those moments of connection that makes hard work worth it. Every personality, no matter how quirky, brings something valuable to the table. By recognizing and channeling these diverse strengths, we can create a more resilient and cohesive team that not only functions smoothly, but also thrive on its diversity. After all, we're all delivering exceptional patient care. So my friends, stand and deliver on making each team member feel valued and purposeful, no matter their quirks or their age. This approach turns potential friction into a powerful force for unity and productivity. Until next time, aloha.